Oh my God! Okay, it's happening. Everybody stay calm.
What's the procedure, everyone? What's the procedure?
Stay calm!
Wait.
Everybody just calm down!
Help!
Here.
Oh.
Take my hand.
Ah!
Come on. You're gonna fall unless you take my hand.
No, give me your other hand.
Oh, my other hand isn't strong enough. You take my little hand.
No! Get it away from me!
Take it. Take mine.
After a big afternoon of shopping, there's nothing better than some Mexican food and a nice little drink. Come on down and enjoy a nice Mexican fiesta.
Guess what? We took everything you love about the Bloomin' Onion and created a menu you've never seen before.
Let me hear you say, Bloom that ass. Bloom that ass.
This bloomified menu starts at $13.99 and it's gonna blow your bloomin' mind.
Hello, party people. Thought I would start just a touch early because I only have an hour before Pear goes live on the creative block. And I didn't get up early enough to even say goodbye to my own son on his first day of grade 3. But so I clearly didn't get up early enough to do a draw stream earlier. So we'll be here. Going to start on this Sumerian King, unnamed as of yet. But this is actually going to be the very first piece of, it's not art for Ember Crown, but this guy will appear at the beginning of Ember Crown. So exciting. Good things ahead. Thank you very much for joining me here. Jav came in first. Valley Law snuck in right behind. Wearing those glasses. Great to see you, Valley. And Casey Anthony as well, posting the forward. Maromi came in for the second first. It was already taken, but he's welcome here nonetheless. We've got Velnet in the house. Anti-Babylonian confirmed. Hashtag Nimrod cried. The Babylonians came later, I believe. I'm not as schooled in the Babylonian lore as I am in Sumerian. My joke was so funny, it won't let me post it. Yeah, I was on Rumble yesterday as well, hanging out. Casey says had his first taste last night. I'm live on Rumble right now. I always do a Rumble simulcast. I get some regulars over there. There's 4 people watching over there. Hello, Rumble gang. I don't know who you are, but their comments will come up in the chat. And Rumble won't send Jav his email. It's been several years now. There's some bugs to work out. I'm going to have to switch over to this chat because it is not updating anymore. God, I love paying top dollar for StreamYard. So I won't be able to bring any of them up. But we've got Citizen Ronan here. I see, who else do I spy? Cranberry Lange is in the house. Jolly Green. What's Ember Crown, you say? Ember Crown is the 3rd book in the main Lucent series. So you've got Waking Dream, Painted Death, Ember Crown. Fractured Mind, which is the book I'm about to finish, I was working on it earlier, is the 3rd book will have produced, but it's not the 3rd book in the series. It is a prequel. So it's a little bit confusing, but yes, I like to start all of my main books in history, slowly introducing a very important character. So far, he's been the Olam, the Stone Man, and Utnapishtim. And in the 3rd book, he will be this fella right here, as of yet unnamed. But he is, or was, a real Sumerian king. I'm going to record this so I can't move anything. So wish me luck, which is always fun. Do a screen recording. It's all set up. It is recording. Is it going to be as good as the Star Wars prequels? Did you guys like the Star Wars prequels? I remember seeing Phantom Menace. Like, whoa, what is that? What is that? What's going on with my brush? God, I love it when that happens. Every now and then, the sensitivity doesn't work on my Wacom. So this is like just, you get, there's no pressure being put down right now. And it should be this tiny little line. And I'm going to have to turn the aircon on. This is getting hot. This would be a fun live stream if I can't get this to work. Hold on a sec. Usually I just have to usually have to go into the settings and click a couple of things and click on Photoshop and it'll work. Yeah. Get in there. Yeah. Like it says it works. It says it works in my settings, so that usually fixes it. All right, there we go. There we go. Oh, that's like way too thin. Let me make that a bit bigger. What the hell? All right, I probably made it a bit too harsh here. Hold on a sec. All right, that's probably a bit better. I don't need such thin lines that don't even print. Hated them, says Cranberry Langes. He has 2 heads and 6 legs. We know that from that much what you've shown so far. Yeah, I sketched this out beforehand. I'm not ready to sketch live on the stream. Not there yet. Jewel of the Fates is still a rad Star Wars song. Yeah, I like bits from the Star Wars prequels. I like moments, you know? But do I like them as a hang on, no, what I want to do is I want to have this guy's head in shadow. That's how I remembered. Yes. I just remember because I want to keep his identity secret. Mike told me he'd have me on one day, and I told him I'd do it even for half my one day, one of these days. Yeah, I just thought I would do this because Otherwise, I wouldn't stream today, and pairs are going to go live in like, I don't know, 40 minutes or something. So, God, I feel like I haven't drawn in forever. Everything's stiff and weird. I got to remember to not do too many details, because it's really just like a, what is it, a character sketch kind of thing. It's not supposed to be super detailed or anything. But I've been researching kings. God, I'm really struggling at the moment. It's like the thing isn't tracking right. Move how I want you to move, please. It's like let me go back to my settings. Mike, have you considered dyeing your beard? I've never seen a bad dye job ever. I'm not going to be dyeing my beard. No, I have seen many bad dye jobs. No, just grow old gracefully. There's nothing wrong with a gray-haired man, you know? And my hair is not gray. It's just my beard. It's going to slowly go up the face. I'm guessing next comes the eyebrows, but the hair is still very brown. So, who's Bancroft's beard? I want to meet her. No, this is a bull, Sumo. I will be attempting a bull. That's why I'm warming up to that. I'm going to do the face because it's going to be mostly in shadow. Now, how am I going to do that? Is it going to go this way? I think it's going to go this way. Like this. You know, just kind of cutting a shadow across the thing. Actually, I should start with the beard. And then it'll go like that, and then it'll go down here, across his top. And then the rest of all this will just be black. I think that's going to look cool, hopefully. And then I'll attempt the bull. I did a horse before. Don't show forward for free. Oh yeah, I forget. You guys got to pay for that. That's the good stuff. I kind of drew a horse. It was a very static horse. You'll watch me do that. I tried it. It was okay. But as I go, I will be doing more. God, this pen does not want to go where I'm wanting it to go at the moment. I think it's like, yeah, it's not like, it's like it's lagging or something. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, I'll struggle through it. Okay, that's not the brush I want. Or is it? It is. Take it off, Bancroft. Let's see some of that forehead action. No, as Casey points out, if you want the forehead, you got to pay for it. I was a bull once, says Easy. Well, I hope you got some of that, your favorite action in. When that was all going down. Good for you. It's good work if you can get it. Now, the Sumerians were well known for their odd beards. So we're going to, I'm going to attempt it. We'll see how we go. It's sort of like very grid-like, but we'll see. Why were there first in the chat discontinued for 2026? Just like, you know, something new, I guess. And I did it for 3 years straight. And then eventually what happens is someone takes the lead. Like it was never a competition, you know? It was always Jeremy Burt's was going to win first year. And then it was going to be Mo. Actually, before Mo, it was going to be Sequential Treasures. And something was said about, like a joke was made about Ripper in the chat. And I didn't I don't know, I guess I didn't admonish the person enough, or I didn't, I I didn't like reprimand them or ban them or something. What I don't know what he wanted me to do, but I was just like, people can make jokes in the chat, you know. And he was up to like he was in the 30s or something. He was getting it every day, and then he kind of disappeared. So I'm gonna try and. If I go over to a Ripper chat, I'll always see him there, and I always wonder, like, does he remember me? But then Mo took up the mantle that year. Thank you, Mo. And then it was Mark. You know, so it's like it isn't really a competition. It's just sort of, you know. So I thought, all right, we've had 3 champs. We did it for 3 years. That's probably all we need, I'd say. I need to give him such big lips, I don't think. You guys can hardly make out what it looks like, but that's unfortunately I can't zoom in anymore on the live stream because I need to keep it in this format. Let's see that Widow's Peak action. I can't bring up your super chat, Cranberry Langers. It hasn't shown up in my StreamYard, but thank you very much for the super chat. He says, "Let's see that Widow's Peak action." You mean my hairline? There's no Widow's Peak. It's pretty straight. It's pretty standard, but he did pay for it, so you get a shot of it. Yeah, it was a good run. Exactly. Don't need to labor it. It's time, you know. There's lots of things I used to do that I don't do anymore. But there's new things that I am doing. What is going on with this? It's not even. It's like it's not accepting the smallest. It could be Photoshop. I don't know. See, I'm drawing here and nothing's coming out, and it really should be. It's like the pressure's not there. I'm going to dial it down even more. I miss Rob's wobbly wheel. He had it in the background the other day. It's just sitting there, waiting to come out of retirement. Okay, I'm going to put that there. Maybe that'll do something. Oh, that seems to be better. Somewhat better, not really. Maybe even less. This is crazy. I've never had it set so standard before. No, that's way too much. See, it looks fine there. Just not want to do that. Anyway. Just so you know, we won't respect you any less. You're still a full person. If I gave you a $2.50 super chat, will you let Mo become a member? You know I don't have anything to do with that, Sumo. You know that. It's got nothing to do with me. You're just acting like I have any say over that whatsoever. When you know I don't. Valley, look, you've lost your edge. I feel so wrong, but so right. What about? It feels so wrong, but so right. Valley, you missed my announcement yesterday. How am I supposed to draw like this? It works and then it doesn't. I should be in Clip Studio, but I haven't got it set up on this computer yet. He knows my name now. I'm shy. I announced that I've purchased a gym membership. I will be lifting. My God, this is like this is insane. Yeah, after I shamed Rob by weighing less than him. What am I supposed to do here? Is it the pen? He came back at me and said, well, I'm going to the gym now. It's like, well, I can't have that. I can't have Rob being all ripped and stuff. I lift Mike's career on my back. Get ready for bankrupt gym videos, everyone. No, I won't be doing that. No, I went there, and I don't think I've been to the gym, since I was in my early 20s. And back then, I didn't even really use the machines either. It was more just like I went and I played a bit of tennis, played a bit of squash, you know, do some things that I can't just do at home. But this time I can't use this. This is crazy. I can't do like small movements. This has never happened. What is going on with this? This is a brand new Wacom too, by the way. It's like the minute the smaller movements are just not registering. This is super weird. They use rocks and cement and cans back when Bancroft went. Yeah, pretty much. But now I'm gonna be lifting, get some of those sick gains, as Skip points out. And now it's just too fat. What am I supposed to do? I have to make. All right, I'm gonna stop his beard because the beard is not happening for whatever reason. It's letting me do lines, but not small dots. And that's not good because I do a lot of small movement stuff. So not good, but we'll just persevere. B-Rose shirtless DM really sent him but he actually sent me a his like routine. I didn't really understand some of it. I understood like, you know, it's pretty like the ropes and stuff, but I didn't really know what everything meant. So it's like, well, thanks to that. I mean, I can research it myself, but I'll probably just check out some videos, you know. Figure it out as I go. But I kind of hit, the thing is I kind of hit a plateau. And there's no, like I haven't moved weight-wise in, I don't know, 2 months or something. So I've got to do something. And I can't just starve myself. That's just not, that's not going to work long-term. But I can't have Rob beating me. And Rob's taller than me too. He's got an inch on me. The ropes, you can kind of swing in those. Yeah, it was definitely bigger. A little Coke will help with that. I don't get into the drugs either. It's not my scene. It's not my bag, baby, I swear. All right, let's now just get a little bit of hints here. Some things. See how we go. I want to make it look like he's just got, you know, black painted on his head. He doesn't sound tall, says Corey. I thought so as well. Yeah. You know what he makes out? He was going around calling me, and this is why the fat shaming does work. I mean, Mel's been fat shaming me for years. So that all adds up. But he was like, "You're a short, fat bastard." And I'm like, "What?" First of all, he's 6 foot. I'm 5'11". It's not like he's towering over me. And then so, but it did work. It did get my butt into gear. And as well, you know, not getting any younger. So I thought it was high time. Come on. You can do it. Make a mark. All right. A little bit done. As you age, strengthening your core is the most important. Basic stuff like squats, military press, bench press. Yeah, that's exactly it. So the real big reason I thought, kind of like, okay, I have to do it now, is probably a week ago, maybe 2 weeks ago, actually. Was it 2 weeks? I don't know. My back just seized out. And I was like, for no reason. I didn't do anything. It just stopped. And like, they used to happen to me when I was younger because I was a bit more, you know, I was doing the rollerblading. I was like hurting myself, and I had hurt myself. Whereas this was not that at all. This is just, I think, age. So, and I know like my core is pretty weak. My legs are crazy weak. So I went to this class, and it was like a lifting class, and they do all the different moves mostly with a barbell, but also just with like, you know, free weights or whatever. But she's like, yeah, put on your back weight, whatever that. I'm like, I don't know. It's like it's usually double what your normal kind of lifting rep weight is going to be. So I put that on to go put it on the back to do squats, and straight away my legs are like that. Like they are not ready. So that was a good wake up call. I was like, okay. Need to strengthen them out a bit. My gym was packed the first 2 weeks of January, but it's thinned out by now. I read that yeah, the first 2 weeks of January are crazy because obviously everyone's got the New Year's resolutions. The stream's taking a weird turn, bro. I'm happy to chat about whatever you guys want to chat about, you know? If you guys want to chat about my sick gains, let's do it. I'm going to do the bro gym talk. But I won't be going back, I don't think, until maybe Sunday, because I got wrecked. I got proper wrecked. And Jake was like, you're going to feel so good. It's going to be like euphoria. And I was like, no, that's not what I felt at all. In fact, I kind of passed out when I came home. I was so exhausted. I literally just went on the couch. And then I just fell asleep. I was done. What do you lift on a bicep curl? I mean, basically the bare minimum. I don't know, what, like 20 kilos or something? Whatever the smallest amount you can get away with. It's not like I actually do have pretty decent upper body strength for someone who doesn't work out. I'm not weak or anything, but I'm not looking to hurt myself or push myself or do anything weird. I need my arms for working. I need my hands. This is crazy. I've never had the pen not work for small. Like, I do a lot of little detail sort of things. Anyway, that's pretty good. I mean, I'm not old yet, you know. Back in the day, my friend who was a personal trainer, he built a little training center in his garage, and he had a rope hanging from the ceiling to the floor, and he said, here's what you do: you sit on the floor, legs out, and you pull yourself up just with your arms to the ceiling. And he was like, there's no way you'll be able to do it. I did it first try. He was like, wow, pretty shocked. I think all of my strength went into my upper body and not my lower body. When you will be on Aaron Lepresti's Greybeards? I don't think I'm that talented. I don't think I have that kind of skill. And is it just because of the beard? They've got a good thing going. I like to just be in the chat and throw barbs at Gary and Aaron, pretty much. Does your body still hurt? Yes, very much. The top of my legs, which we ascertained last time, and not the hamstrings. The across the, like here, like kind of under the arms, back of the, what are these called? At the back, whatever that is. Yeah, it's bad. It's full. I still can't really lift my arm above about there. That's the limit. You know? The lats. Thank you. Thank you, Cranberry. At least someone knows something. Latimus Dorsey. The excellent pain. See, I don't know. Like, I've never felt that, Jake. I know a lot of people talk about, oh, you get that runner's high or workout. I've never experienced that people talk about. I mean, I'm not saying it's not going to happen for me, but no, I felt awful. When I came out of the gym, I felt awful. I was like, what have I done to myself? Why am I doing this? This is not a good thing. You know, not that I don't want to go back. It's just, it's not a nice feeling, you know? But I know it needs to be done. So we'll continue it. Yeah, I did. I went way too hard because I was just sort of following along with what they were doing. And they're already conditioned. So next time I go in, I'm going to be just doing it at my own pace. Do that for a few weeks, and then I'll probably go back to that class and try and join in again. But as well, if you don't push yourself, you never really, just like anything in life, never really improve. So. I have a hard time slowing down when working out. I don't have that yet. I have just a hard time in general. I do have some dumbbells for the house. I have like 5 kilos, I think. But I start for a little bit and then I give up. I think having a gym membership actually forces you to go do it because you're like, I don't like working out, but I hate wasting money. So that's like a good motivator, I've got to think of something cool to have on he's got to have a kingly top or something like that, but I don't know what it's going to be yet. But I'll figure it out. I know they had lots of. emblems and things. What Citizen Ronan said, remember that proper technique is more important than the amount of weight. That's my thing. I don't know what the proper technique is. All I do is I can watch YouTube videos. There's a shake weight at home. That's one of my favorite South Park episodes. I love that. I love it how it like gives coins at the end. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah. Here you go. Just like that. And a thigh master. I might need a thigh master. I lost because when you lose, because I'm down 20, I think 24 kilos, and you get to a point where you're like, well, where am I going to lose it from? You just start kind of losing it. For me, I just lost it from my legs. So I don't know, it's not that I have like thin legs or anything, but there's just kind of not much there anymore. I don't know where the rest of it's going to come from. Does this mean I'm avoiding starting on this bull? It's probably going to suck, but I mean, it doesn't really matter. Let's just get going. Let's get the bull on. Let's get some bull on here. It's more about gaining weight in the form of muscle as you're lifting. That's the plan. Staying at the same number, but going down in fat percentage. Well, I am also still trying to lose weight. I do have another 7 kilos I would like to drop hopefully over this year. It's about getting in shape to find girls to motivate. Are you saying girls are much more likely to let you motivate them if you're in shape? Is that what you're saying, Eweezy? I mean, it probably checks out. I think you're probably onto something there. You should start a fitness trend, the motorboat trend. Everyone's got like the latest diet. This is the motorboat diet. Use that as your motive. It's like a motivational thing. Exactly. Lost it in the face, neck, stomach, and legs. Where will you lose the next weight? Flabby triceps. That's the back. That's the back of the arm, is it? Someone said that was the lat. I can't remember. I don't know the name of the friggin' muscles. Even though, yeah, I should. Whenever that's like when you learn to draw, you have to know the names of the muscles. I'm like, I'm probably not going to do that. I just won't draw any muscly men. How about that? Bulls, bulls, bulls. Who draws bulls? How do you draw bulls? I don't know. First time me, first time you. Just go at it. See what works. See what doesn't. The back of your arms is the triceps. Yeah, they could definitely use a little bit of conditioning. I can tell you that. As Jake would put it, I've got them artist arms. Is someone mowing a lawn nearby? No, it's my stupid aircon that goes oh, like that. And I did turn it off. I hope it's not too annoying, but I got too sweaty, so I turned it back on. It isn't Mel. She's picking up the kids. Although, no, she doesn't. She doesn't mow while I stream. She waits until it's over. Bulls are kind of like pretty dour, aren't they? They sort of got this permanent frown on their face. I was in my research on what bulls look like. I mean, maybe I could check the sound and see if it, because it shouldn't actually be picking it up too much. I might have the microphone on too high. Let's have a look. Actually, it's lower. No. Yeah, they are frowny. They're frowny beasts. I don't know why. They got all the bull ladies. I mean, they're literally... That's what we name things that, you know, have a lot of sex with women. Anyway, I was researching what bulls look like. They've got this like long, this thing. See this thing here? It's kind of like that. It's sort of like a big weird skin flap thing that I would never have imagined. I mean, probably not every single cow has that kind of thing on it, but the ones I looked at did. Kind of weird. Turkey, yeah, it's like a turkey neck. Looks like a nutsack. It does. It's like, all right. I mean, who am I to judge? That skin flap probably drives the bull ladies crazy. They're all about that. I'm not gonna judge these specimens. I think it's called a Uvala. That sounds lewd just by itself too. Why a Sumerian king? The beginning of Ember Crown, so the third book in the Lucent, will be set in one of the ancient Sumerian kingdoms. So I am just getting a little bit of, whatever, just doing something, bit of practicing. I have drawn stuff like this before, but I was kind of getting a bit more specific here. What do bull's eyes look like? I guess they're just like human eyes, huh? Not like that, probably. That looks a bit weird. It looks strange. Probably just make it black. I think they just have black eyes. Probably look better anyway. Wait, a female bull is a cow? Apparently. Hang on, the lights would be hitting on that side because it's shadow over there. It won't let me make a little. This is so weird. I've never had it do this. I can't do little movements. That's the thing. I can do long movements. I can't do little movements. It's like doesn't register under a certain threshold. Super weird. Horse and cow eyes are similar. They're all black, aren't they? Yeah, they're kind of just like black browny eyes. They're like doll's eyes, shark eyes. Even if they have the whites around it, this is kind of too small to represent that anyway. Bit of shadow on here. So I was thinking the head would stick out outside of the shadow. That's what I was thinking. Like I wouldn't want to put the bull's head in shadow too. Just the guy, just the king on the back. They're all delicious, says Sumo. Bull's ear. How about that? Let's try that. Whoop. Bancroft loves the blacks, as we know. I love the dark shadows. That's what I love. What's up, Typical Green? Good to see you. We had a good crowd yesterday for the art share. It was like 60 something people at its peak. I don't know if that was just luck. I don't know if it was, I mean, it would be cool if it was the topic, you know, because it was Lord of the Rings. So something a bit more specific, maybe a bit more just general appeal. Rob was in good form. I'll give him that. He brought his game. He brought his game yesterday. So I'm not going to take away from Rob. Yeah, so maybe we just do a bit more of that going forward. I like this idea. I like the idea of the Aliens versus Predator art. Like that would be cool. Then we could, you know, vote on best piece and who wins between the two. And I guess there's probably infinite subjects. Otherwise, it gets a bit samey, you know. There might have just been people who are like me. Like if there's anything Lord of the Rings, I'll probably click it just to sort of kind of see what it is. So yeah. Do a bit more of that. Cranberry's like, okay, Alien versus Predator art. Gotcha. Cranberry, for anyone who doesn't know, is my art collector. I mean, I try and find art too, but I don't know, my feed is totally busted. I can't find anything at the moment. Like little bits here and there. So if it weren't for Cranberry, I wouldn't ever have a show really. Except for that one I did yesterday because I went and looked for actual we need a bit more. I went and looked for actual Lord of the Rings art. Yeah, that way people who are more interested in specific subjects other than generic art. Yeah, I think so. He's my art curator. Exactly. Yes. Thank you. Thank you, Susan. And he has a bit more, Cranberry has a bit more of just he's like me. He has just a general appreciation of art as a medium or whatever. Whereas Rob, not so much. You know, as he does say quite often, what's the point? Why should I care? As opposed to just enjoying art for art's sake. That's not really Rob's thing. Bancroft's feed is full of guys showing their games now. It is on YouTube. I mean, you don't have to search one thing and then it's just that's all you get. You click on a couple of videos And that's it. How do you make a bull look more angry, more like because he kind of looks like a deer in headlights at the moment. But I've got bulls. They kind of just look like that. They sort of have. I don't know how to do cartooning for animals. Like, I'm not a Disney artist. I don't know how to make bulls look tough and angry. Just draw what I see. Add more wrinkles behind the nose. You reckon that's it? I don't think I got the eye right for one. I just don't think that's right. But it looks close enough. Bulls lower their heads when they're mad. I had his head up too high. I thought I was making him kind of like regal, like I'm the king's bull, you know? Normally on a person you give that you like start angling things down. I'll stuff that up. Maybe that's what I need to do. Just give him like human eyebrows. That's what they do in Disney. Just make him more human. I don't know. What's up, Phil? Phil is about to start the Creative Bus variety show featuring Pear Magical Narwhal, Jake something, Reenie, and Phil 80s Gunslinger. I will be raiding into it, whatever that is, whenever they go live. Creative Boof. Don't give him a nose ring. That'll just make him look like a blue-haired 20-something. Yeah, I refrain. I think this is like a wild bull. The king is riding a wild bull, you know, a free bull. He doesn't need to rein him in. He's tamed the beast. Maybe. Something like that, anyway. Okay. Let's get this horn in here. If it'll let me. It said earlier, I don't know what they were talking about. It was something weird. It was like how to write stupid characters or something. It's not, it's disappeared now. Hang on, it's coming back. God, YouTube sucks now. How to write stupid people or maybe systems. That is the topic du jour. Free bull to the tune of free bird. Free bird. Free bird, yeah. Noah was really getting into that. I got to watch him hear it for the first time. I was playing it for him the other day. I don't know. I don't even know how to tell if you're drawing a good bull. You know, it's so alien to me. It's a bull. Does its bull job. Looks pretty good, says Cranberry. The good thing about drawing digitally is you can just draw right over it if you don't like something. Usually what I do is if I don't know what I'm doing, which is quite often, I just give it a couple of days and I go away and then I come back and I can usually see, oh, that looks weird, you know? It does its bull stuff. You know it's good if it moves you. Do I have a thing for that? I wish I did. You know, like a boom ching. I should get one of them. Chicks usually come in more. Yeah, I think it's sort of like I'm trying to, it's kind of flattened out. And I don't really know how to change that yet. So his cheeks are coming in more, but I'm kind of like drawing the whole bull head at once, and it's not really translating visually. It's the sort of thing that you learn over drawing hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of heads, human heads, and you figure out, okay, if you want to draw a head in that perspective or whatever, you really got to accentuate this part, that part, whatever, that you just don't really know on not human heads, you know? At least that's my excuse. When I see people who can really draw animals well, that's why I was like super impressed by one of those guys the other day. It was yesterday. Did really good horses. And Rob wasn't impressed because he didn't like the ring rates or whatever, but I was like, damn, look at those horses. That's legit, you know? Like they know what a horse's head is supposed to look like. They know all the facets and shapes and everything. Whereas if you just go like me, just going off photos and stuff like that, you know what it looks like at that angle, but you don't really know. So it never looks like 100%, but it's kind of like close enough. You can tell it's a bull. It'll look more bull-like too when I get the full bull in, you know? Go full bull. I think I maybe have gone a little Spock on the eyes, trying to like make him look tough. Whereas it's not actually what bulls At least the ones I'm looking at look like. But I find it believable. Says Cranberry. The Nayslayer sounds more intimidating. I like that. All right, let's get back to our dude. Let's get back to our king. The great king of an as of yet unnamed Sumerian kingdom. It is not Gilgamesh in Uruk. Gilgamesh has moved on. He died many, many years ago at this point, hundreds of years. But the Sumerian look, Sumerian fashions, they still hold to a degree. Gilgamesh. Casey is a solid name. The king's name is not Casey. The king has a name. Actually, I can say it. I can say the name because I don't know if you guys know the name. But maybe you do. If you do know who this king is and where they're from, you let me know in the chat and I will tell you if you are correct. So the name of this king is Sarukinu. So if you know who that is, well done. I totally know that guy. You spoiled it for me, Bancroft. It isn't, luckily, it isn't really a spoiler. It's not so important to the story, the name of the king. More important that he was the king. Much more important. Dreams are crushed. Dumb name. I didn't pick his name. That's his actual name. He was a real historical king of the days. What's up, David L? Great to see you here. I feel like this is wrong here. I think it's a bit stumpy or something. His arm is short, I think. Maybe he's just like, maybe he's had some sick gains and he's just super swole. I'll leave it for now. King Filmosis? No, not King Filmosis. No, I need to draw in some cool, I don't know, Sumerian type details. As long as they look Sumerian type. Is he your ancestor? I wouldn't imagine. My people were a lot further west and north. But maybe. You never know. Swole, look at him cheeks, as emo trash. He's a little thick in the cheeks. I didn't intend to draw him that way. But I could always just cover more of it if I don't like his if I don't like the way he looks, just black more of it out, like do the whole thing. Easy peasy. And then it's just more mysterious, you know. So, ooh, who is he? I've been to Sweden and Norway and the fjord. I've never been to any Scandinavian country. I've been to Belgium briefly. I've been to the Netherlands. I've been to the kind of north-ish Germany. Not really, I think. North-ish, not proper north. Not like Rostock. Just kind of up in Bonn, Bern. Dusseldorf is where Mel and I met. So it has a very significant place in my heart. All right. Bancroft has never left Ohio. I've never been to Ohio, Casey. One day I will go and I will see whether or not they talk like me. And I'm going to guess that they don't. And I was being gaslit this whole time. There's a Levi's store on the bridge border between the countries. Belgium in the US, Belgium? No, Belgium in Belgium, Belgium. Moscow in Idaho. Is there really a Moscow, Idaho? That's a bit weird. Mel and Bancroft are Dorf romantics. Yes. I want to. Got a little bit of hair going here. No, it's not Mel mowing. It sounds like Mel mowing. It's my stupid aircon. It was so silent last year, and now it's, I don't know. It gets louder and louder and louder until it pops, and then it's dead quiet. I don't know what that is, but it doesn't bother me because then it shuts up. But I can't really turn it off because it is like 32 degrees Celsius out there, and I will sweat up a storm. So it looks like Creative Block or Creative Bus or whatever they're calling it now. We'll start whenever. So whenever they start, I'm gonna stop and we'll see how we go. All right. I mean, what do I want to do here? Do I want to make a grid? I don't know. I think I made like things like this. This is probably good. Yeah, this is looking kingly. Start like this. All right. Yep. Buy sheep from New Zealand to mow the lawn. Yeah, and then the lawn is covered in sheep pellets. No thanks. I don't think there's enough lawn for the sheep to really have enough food. I think you need a bit of some acreage for that to work. And also, I don't know what the council would think of that. I don't think they'd approve, personally. Aircon is for the weak. Take off your shirt. Not until I have my sick gains, bro. This is the first year I realized Christmas in Australia is in the summer. Really? I mean, I suppose if you never really thought about it, you know, it's not really something. But yeah, All Southern Hemisphere countries celebrate Christmas in the summertime. It's part of Australian summer. It just is what it is. That's what we do. So Australian summer Christmas for us is hot. Hot barbecues, going to the pool. That's Christmas. Wearing thongs. And by thongs, I mean these, which I'm wearing right now. Not the other kind. Hockey lives in a rainforest. He could use one. Yeah. Hockey's up there. I saw his place not too long ago. Up in my old stomping ground, Queensland. Don't show us your thongs. Well, normally in winter, I'm in my Ugg boots, but it's a bit toasty for that. So today you just get the thongs. Imagine barbecuing for 4th of July in the dead of winter. Well, yeah, it's pretty cold in July here. But we also don't celebrate the 4th of July. So it doesn't really matter either way. Yeah, I want him to be more mysterious. Do I cut in? Do I do it? You know what? I'm going to do it on another layer. So if I don't like it, I can get rid of it. So that really, his face doesn't really matter. Like, it's not like it's even more. It's a little fake, but that's all right. We can blend it in a bit. I don't know. Maybe you should celebrate the 4th of July. Breathe some freedom vibes back into Australia. Yeah, maybe. We're seriously lacking them at the moment, that's for sure. You know, we have the Australian Open on at the moment. And they've started. And they don't show the flag of the Russian players because they don't want to offend the Ukrainian players. Sometimes I really am frustrated with this country. Yeah, I think that's cooler because now he's like, who is this guy? He's completely swathed in blackness and shadow, as opposed to just seeing a little snippet of his face and then you're like, man, it's just a dude, you know? We have our leftists over here, softies. Oh, dude. I was telling Mel earlier, I think it was Yellow Flash shared a video of this woman in tears. Not in tears, hysterics. Crying. Like, she's like semi-screaming, crying. Like, really distressed in her car, obviously. And I'm thinking, all right, she's going to be, it's going to be about the ICE staff, the immigrants, whatever. And no, it was about just people starving in the world. Like it was friggin' 1985 again, feed the world kind of stuff. And anyone who knows this stuff knows that has really dropped off since, back in those days. So it's like, wow, this woman is just hysterical over the fact that not everyone has enough as people who live in the first world have. And I was just like, I was just at a loss. Wow, these women are just so focused on this big picture thing. They're not looking in their own backyard. And it's crazy. It's crazy to me that they're like this, but they are. Just tons of talking points from first grade universities. I totally believe meds is a part of it. Yeah, probably. Didn't they say that they did a study and it's like some huge percentage of women are on medication, which is terrifying. Yeah, I agree. I think that's better. More mysterious. I like that he's in the dark. That's cooler. I watched that video while eating a donut, says Corey. Yeah, I was just laughing because I was like thinking, oh, here we go, another, because that's all I see at the moment is the friggin' ice stuff. But no, it was like being transported back into the friggin' 1986 where you had the 24-hour famine and stuff like that. I did see the chick with her fingers getting blown off. I don't know what's going on over there. Well, I do know what's going on. And it is frustrating, but I hope that the government stands strong and do what needs to be done. But anyway, I'm happy with that. I mean, the bull needs work, but I knew that. This is the first ever time I've even attempted drawing a bull. I'm going to need to figure that out a little bit, but I'll do the rest of it first before going back and figuring other stuff out. But I think is coming together well. I'm excited. So yeah, once Fractured Mind is done, which is going to be very soon over the next couple of weeks, I will be jumping right into the first scene of Ember Crown, which is set in a Sumerian kingdom as it's being sacked, invaded. And there will be a Sumerian king riding atop a bull in it. So I'm going to get that practice in. All right, everybody. I'm going to send you all over to the creative block or the creative bus or whatever it is. Sumerian Kingdom. Like Mary Sue's. No, there will be murder and mayhem and fire and death. It's going to be glorious. And I get to draw like a full city, a full ancient Sumerian city. That's going to be a lot of fun. I've drawn the ziggurats in the past. Well, now ziggurats everywhere in buildings. It's going to be great. All right, I'll see you tomorrow for... What am I doing tomorrow? Do I have anyone booked? I don't know if I do. I do. All right. Okay. I'll see you tomorrow for the stream. And yeah, have a great night. All right, guys. How do I end this? Where's my stuff? All right, here it is. See you guys. Bye.
Perth made an Australian video, and I wasn't even in it.
Emotional damage.